What went wrong? Restricting India to 150. After that, we are coming back. What went actually wrong with Australia?
Oh, look, I think it was a fair few things. 150. Thought places quite well. Obviously, game sped up that night of day one. They bowled terrifically well and put a dent into us. And once the pitch started to slow down a little bit, obviously we weren't as well placed and we're back out in the field and couldn't get the breakthroughs. But I thought they played really well. Just not much really went our way this game.
Completely different out there with batters, Indian batters dominating. But when Jasprit Bumrah came on with the new ball, with the old ball, he looked like a different bowler altogether. So, a word on the class of Jasprit Bumrah and what did he do different that he thought made the difference?
Yeah, I thought he bowled really well. Obviously he's one of the best in the world. He's always going to be a challenge, so we've got to come up with some, ways to combat that. I thought particularly that day one, his spell, spell of the Indian guys made it really tricky for obviously our team to navigate through. So yeah, he bowled well. Throughout the game like he does most games.
Just with the way the batting went during that match, particularly the first innings, it's a big series. Do you expect changes will be considered for the next test?
Look, I think after every test you always kind of look at what you think your best matchup is. This is a sample size of one. 4 or 5 days ago we thought this was our best 11, so I dare say nothing. There won't be many changes going into Adelaide, but I'm not a selector. I'm sure they'll get together after the game. But yeah, not to be. So yeah, got a bit of work to do over the next 10 days. So. Look, I don't think so. We might change our prep a little bit. Might get into Adelaide, a day earlier with this game finishing. Give us an extra day of preparation leading to that second test. But we'll go home for a couple of days and then regroup in Adelaide.
You talked sort of the day before the game about you felt sort of right in terms of a little bit underdone knowing it's a long series. I mean, how much do you think that the pathway into this first test is about 4 or 5 tests? And given that this there's a pretty big margin in this game.
Yeah, not an ideal way to start the summer. I think you always zoom out. You got 5 test matches. Of course, you got Sri Lanka as well afterwards. But it's a big series. But we thought our prep was really good leading to this test match. Everyone's was a little bit different. I think I was the only one in the team that didn't play any red ball cricket, but had some ODI cricket and quite similar leading to previous years. And I don't think prep was the issue. We outplayed this week, but I thought the prep was pretty similar to previous years and where we kind of wanted it.
And just on one other contrast with India, obviously, is they played a test series before this one. You guys had 9 months out. At any stage during the year, did you feel like that was going to be an issue, having a long break between test matches?
Look, I don't think so. Realistically, with that break, you get the chance to play some Shield cricket. So, a lot of the guys played some Shield cricket, and some Aussie A games for a couple of guys as well. So, it's a very individualised approach to the prep leading in. But we've all played. Well, a lot of us played a lot of Test cricket, and you always feel like you're pretty ready. Obviously, we've been bowling with red ball for quite a while. A lot of centre wickets and those kind of things. So it's not like you turn up and feel like it's completely foreign. Yeah, nothing too much to it really. Me and Gaz is kind of over the last couple of years, not necessarily taking turns, but some days I do it, some days he does it. He'd bowled quite a bit, so I just thought, I'll take it last night. Didn't work.
Just on Marnus, a lot of people analyse, especially his first innings there with struggles and looked at his struggles in the Testament for quite a while now. Where do you see him at, and what can you do to bounce back to form?
Yeah, Man, along with quite a few guys in the team didn't have the week that we would have wanted. It's no secret how hard the batters, particularly Man, works in the nets, and he's always trying to find those small marginal gains. So this week be a lot of conversation with the coaches around maybe his approach and what he could be doing differently. We know he's a class player. Him at his best is one of the scariest propositions for opposition bowlers to bowl at. So this week will be about those conversations. As I say, get to Adelaide a little bit earlier and maybe do an extra day or two prep leading to that second test. But he's done it before over here. He's got a very good pink ball record. So I always think it's looking back at past successes when you're at your best is always a pretty good way to get yourself back on track.
You touched on conversations coming up, no doubt about plans and execution. Can you put your finger on which one is the area that you need to address more, and what are the things that you need to implement over the next 10 days or so?
Good question. I think it's always a bit of a mixture of both. I think we tried plenty of different plans. In the bowling side of things, some of them looked pretty good, but didn't necessarily come off straight away. Others not so much. But I thought there was some good information gathered there that we can take into the rest of the series. And for the batters, I think it's really individual. I think it's I dare say the Adelaide wicket's going to be a little bit different to here. So it's about resetting. When are you at your best? What's your game plan? How are you going to look to be positive, score runs? Those are the conversations that I'm sure most people have. Yeah, look, we weren't at our best there either this week. A couple of tight catches that in other games we probably grabbed. Just a few kind of overthrows and misfields. So yeah, of course. Again, we get to Adelaide and do a bit of that. But again, I thought the prep leading was really good. Everyone catches a million balls. So yeah, it's about transferring that into the game.
Mitch Marsh should bowl a hell of a lot in cricket leading into the Test series. How do you fully fit? Are you confident that you can get through 5 tests this year with bowling options?
Hard to say. He's battling a couple of little niggles since the UK tour. So the main thing is he's in there as we think one of the top 6 batters in the country. And bowling's a bonus. He's a little bit sore towards the end of this kind of Test match. So again, the next 10 days, chance to freshen up, try and get it right. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, but ideally, be able to bowl in each Test match.
Two-year-old AUSvsIND making one of the finest hundreds in Australia, as well as one of the finest attacks. What's your thoughts on that innings?
Yeah, he played really well. I thought we tried quite a few different plans. I thought we bowled reasonably well to him. He's obviously quite an attacking player, and managed to get through some of those spells and cash in. But yeah, I thought he looked really good out there.
What about Nitish Reddy, who has been your T20? Did his debut surprise you because he was considered as primary T20 player?
Obviously he was in the Indian squad, so I thought as soon as he's in the squad that he was a chance to play. Don't know what Joshy said, but no, not at all. There's plenty of times where the batters have dragged us bowlers out of tight situations, and we've done the same. So it's it's a really tight unit. It's probably one of the tightest teams I've ever played with. We really enjoy playing cricket together. We've been through a lot over the last few years, the core group. So no problems there. Everyone gets along really well. So all good.
There were two good centuries from Indian side, but do you think that the first innings where KL played that innings was stand apart for you, but that KL Rahul innings for the first innings?
Trying to think. He batted well. I can't remember too much, to be honest. But yeah, he batted well opening the batting.
So last time the sitting work test, like you guys rolled over India for 36, also they had taken the first mistake. So will be that kind of the goal, especially like 2 days, 3 days after, like the first day here. And secondly, are you a person, if there is hurt or anger after this loss, are you a person who use those emotions to with your team, or will you say, okay, there's just one loss, you just let the normal coach, or what's your approach?
On the wicket, I've got no idea. So yeah, maybe 10 days or so, we'll go and have a look at it. It's normally pretty consistent there, pretty good wicket. So yeah, we'll wait and see. Look, I think it's, I think we're all, you sit in the change room after a loss like that, and it hurts. When a team declares on you, it's never an amazing feeling. So we've all been in these situations before. It's the nature of being professional sport. You're going to lose some games. So the biggest challenge and the biggest, the most important thing is how do you bounce back? What's your next move? So that's what we've got to do this week. We're clearly well off the mark. There's a lot to work on. So, the most important thing is there's 4 test matches next or to come. What's the next move? How do we make sure that we don't be in this position again?
Last one, Reba.
Just from experience, if you change anything drastically, prep for a single test other than getting used to playing other lots, specifically look at
Yeah, that's the main one. So we'll have a daytime session, but we'll also have a nighttime training session. So no doubt the batters will want at least one hit in daylight and nighttime, and same with fielding. We'll catch some balls on the lights one of those days, and probably do a fielding session during the day. So that's the main thing. It's just a little bit different to pick up with the eye, and then as a bowler, it feels a little bit different. But 1 or 2 sessions we played a lot with pink balls, so it's not as big a adjustment for us.
Excellent. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.